It started when I was at school and Stockton came into our PE lesson and told us that there was a taster session at the club, so we came down to that and I've just been ever since. It's just like everybody's there supporting each other. They're always like just making sure that you're happy with what you're doing, and it's just like great with everyone. I've been here like 6 years almost, so I'll definitely stay. It definitely makes me want to help build for more girls to come into the women's, because that's where I came from, and it's the progression and the steps you go through has been great for me and helped me with my confidence. So I think we can still go into higher leagues and do well in the leagues. Like, we've just come up and we're doing great in this league now, so we can do even better.
Been club captain since I was 21, so seven years now, club captain. Hopefully get to the 8th, but if the body allows it. Oh, it's massive. I mean, it's been in our family for a long time. Cousins all play. Cousins coach. My brother played when he was still playing. Yeah, it's a great community club, and it's right on the doorstep, and it's great for the family. So, got a lot of time for the club. I've always been a local lad, so I grew up went to Grangefield School. Came here from a young age when we were based at Norton, and then when we came here, it was even more ideal. I've got a lot of friends at other clubs in the area, but I've never made the jump. Always been a one man club. And like I say, the body's starting to age a bit, and the knocks are taking more of a toll. But it'll be where I finish out my days, I think.
I first got involved when our eldest son decided he wanted to play rugby at around the age of 7, and that led us into, as a family, going down there every Sunday, and then slowly being asked to help out with food for the children, travelling for them, taking them to different games. We then moved on to Stockton Rugby Club, where we're based now. The youngest son, Charlie, is now club captain. My role has changed, as in I am now safeguarding officer for the club and help with food, catering, buffets, that sort of thing. Probably served, I don't know about how many hot dogs over the years. They're a great bunch of lads, though. It's a great family atmosphere, and it's just grown and grown. Obviously in the future we'd like to see it develop even more than it is now, and also we have the most fantastic women's and girls teams as well. It's just been absolutely amazing. The club's grown from strength to strength, and the way we're going now, I can see is continuing for goodness knows how long. Obviously all the hard work that we do is depending on the amount of voluntary help that we have. We rely on parents, coaches, we rely on a lot of people to volunteer. This is what makes the club. We have great leaders, but also we need obviously all the help from volunteers.
I'm just in the last of my 2 seasons as president of Morpeth. My first game as president away from home was Stockton Rugby Club last year, and this year it's my last game. So it's been fantastic coming down here. It's a great company. It's a great club. Fantastic tradition. I thought Morpeth was an old club at 75 years old. 150 years is an absolutely fantastic thing to achieve. Well done, Stockton Rugby Club. Great to see you've got all age groups. You know, you're doing fantastic down here. Well done.
The figurehead, basically, of whatever happens within the club. I represent them at functions and events here within the club as well. At the same time, I tend to go to all as many games as I possibly can for all of the 23 sides that we have within the club at the moment. It's very much a family club, family orientated. We bring children in from tiny tots at under 7s right the way through to 19-year-olds. And at the moment we have 23 sides within the club, of both sexes, boys and girls as well. Well, I've been involved with this club for over 60 years. I played first team for a large number of years. To me, it's been part and parcel of my life. My own family are involved in it as well, in coaching sides, the sons do. Movement from Norton to here was probably one of the major changes that took place, which were 7, nearly 8 years ago, I think it is now. But in the history of the club, we've had 3 different venues. We first started off in Bousfield Lane in Stockton. Then we moved from there to Preston Farm, just opposite Preston Hall. And then after the war, we went to Norton. First of all in the Showfield, and then up with Norton Cricket Club Trust. From then, 7 years, nearly 8 years ago, finance became a big problem, and the opportunity to move in with Grangefield School and the sports hall facilities took place, and that's been a major change. It's been a major change to us in terms of the fact that the number of teams and players that we have now is huge, and there's over 400 kids, which makes a big difference, and it's giving us a production line of players into the first team. Even at the moment they are very young, it's coming forth. Well, I know for a fact that I won't be around in 20 or 30 years' time. How I could see it developing? Finance is always going to be a major problem. And it costs us a tremendous amount of money to run all these sides, particularly with bus trips across into Cumbria and down into Yorkshire, because travel is huge. I hope that we'll progress through the leagues, and I hope that we can engender homebred players throughout the club as a whole.
We have 18 junior teams here now, and that's a fair bit of coordinating, 40 plus coaches, so that's, I would say, my main role. But this year's been a bit of a challenge because of the weather. Our pitches have really struggled, and our grounds analysis has done a marvellous job keeping the show on the road. Well, I am from Stockton. I was born in the Robson, and I went to school over the road at Grangefield. So I learnt to play rugby at the school over the road, so it was natural that I joined the local club because I am a local lad. And I was fortunate enough to work locally for 30-40 years, so I wasn't having to work out the area. But I was once sent off for a mistaken identity. And the person I was sent off for was Brendan Thornton, who is our president, who, apart from us both having a beard and him looking like Bluto in Popeye, there's no resemblance between us at all. And of course, the ref came and apologised after the game. He said, "I'm awfully sorry, Terry, I shouldn't have sent you off." But of course, by then, it was all over the pages of the Evening Gazette Sports, and my mother brought me up, and I can suppose the word bollocked me really for doing such a thing. So it was a bit of an embarrassment. And then 2 weeks later, I was in the chip shop getting a bag of fish and chips, and the guy was putting the fish and chips in the newspaper. He looked at me and said, "Is this you?" It wasn't me really. So that was a pretty amusing story. And clean. I played for sort of a number of years, and I've been on the committee 50 years. And I played in all the centenary games 50 years ago, and I look at our club then, which had 4 teams, and I look at our club now, a lot more female rugby, a lot more junior rugby, and I think we're a broader offer to the community. And I think we are a local club. We like to be as good as we can, but we don't pay our players. We're not going to go shooting up through the leagues on the back of Antipodeans. We are part of the Stockton community, and the under-7s are just as important as the first team.
Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, just tweak the bits that you need to.